What's going on, Toffee fans? It's CYB TV, and I'm coming at you with something new. This is the Trnsfr Corner. What's going on, Toffee fans? It's CYB TV. I'm here bringing you something new. Today, I'm going to start a new show called the Trnsfr Corner. And pretty much what it is, it's me just listing a bunch of players that I feel like would be good, if we bring in during the summer, and maybe even later on if I'm still doing it during January. But let's get started. So today I'm going to be listing about 4 players. One of them is Lorenzo Insigne, who you're seeing right now in my background. A little bit of Insigne. He's a Napoli-born player. He was born in Naples. I believe he's trialed out for Inter and a few other clubs in the Serie A, but they didn't want him because of his size. He's a small guy. He plays forward. He could play anywhere as far as striker, out on the wing, even as a number 10. I think he'll make a really good addition to our team. He's quick. They call him the Italian Messi. So you can imagine. If you haven't seen him, I would suggest check him out. He's good on the ball. He has great vision. He takes shots from like 30 yards out. It's amazing. He's a really good player. He's a personal favorite of mine, honestly. He's really good with set pieces. He'll slice through a defense. He'll cut right through them. He's magnificent. He's been wanted by a few teams, actually. He's been wanted by the Reds. He's been wanted by Tottenham, I believe, even Chelsea. Teams across Europe have looked into him. PSG, I believe. So, you can only imagine. You can imagine. I think he'd be a great addition to our team. Another player, Wilfried Zaha, who you're also seeing in the background now. I've honestly wanted us to pick him up for some years now. Even like before we went after Balassi, but now that we have Balassi, I think he would be even more useful for us because they have that partnership, and Balassi himself has spoke great things about him. He said, he's got skills like Neymar. We don't need really too many skills, but it's good to have something like that. It's good to be good on the ball. He's dynamic. He's explosive. I think he'd be another great addition to us. He could probably fill in where maybe Kevin Morales has left, because Kev he's lost his pace a bit. He's not as fast as he used to be, and I'm pretty sure that probably has to be with the injuries he's picked up. So having a player, we do have Balassi, but having a player like Wilfried Zaha, I think he'd be pretty useful for us. We need that explosive, that extra bit of pace, to go on the counter. And yes, we do have Balassi out. We do have Kevin Morales. We do have Aaron Lennon. Yes, we have wingers, but we're missing something. We do have Mola. We do have Ademola Lookman now, who's on the up and up. But Ademola, he still has to develop. Balassi, when he comes back, he's gonna be he's missed a bit. Kevin Morales, I love the guy, but he's missing that little edge to his game. We have played Ross out, on the wing a bit, and he's good out there, but there's just a little bit missing, and Ronald Koeman sees it himself in the players that he's looking at bringing in. There's been recent talks to not to get sidetracked or anything and whatever, but there's recent talks about Oxlade-Chamberlain. We are looking at him as well as Man City and whatever, but I mean that just shows the players that Ronald Koeman wants to bring in. Wilfred Zaha, he might not be Oxlade-Chamberlain, but excuse me, but he has the same explosiveness. I mean, out of the two, I might go for Oxlade-Chamberlain, whatever. But this is just a list. I mean, whatever. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of Wilfred Zaha. I would think that maybe we could bring him in. That would be, that'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting signing. And like I said, he does have that connection with Yannick Bolasie, so maybe could be a bit of help in there somewhere. Um, so yeah, Wilfred Zaha. Another player who you might have noticed in the background um, is Jack Butland. Now, we all know we need a goalkeeper. We absolutely need one. Um, okay, maybe not absolutely. That's a bit of an exaggeration. But Joe Robles, he's done wonderful for us. He's done what he can, but he can't. I don't want to say he can't be our number one. Maybe he could be our number one, but there's definitely needs to be some type of competition in there. Stecklenburg, he started off great, but something fell off with him. He did go out injured, and Joe Robles has held it down for us ever since. He's been our hero at pretty much every game since he's come in. Now he's gonna fight for a spot, Joel, but we need somebody, like any other position. We need somebody who can kind of, compete with Joel. And Jack Butland, he's been touted to be the next number one for England. He's been touted, to be great things. And we have gone for him in the past. But we've gone for him even in the summer. But Stoke, they just want too much money for him. So, you know, yeah, I think that maybe we could use a Jack Butland in there, and who knows? Maybe we'll get him. I would hope so, but let's see what happens. He's a wonderful keeper. He saves so many things, and he's a young boy. So you know, I think we should go after him. We could put some pressure with the amount of money we have now. So maybe we'll pick him up. We've also been linked with Kasper Schmeichel in like earlier this week. Um, so who knows? But all I know is we need a goalkeeper, and some other mentions has been Timo Horn from a team in Germany. I always forget which one. So that, like I said, it's another sign of what we need in our team, and I'm sure all of you guys understand. All you guys know that we do need a goalkeeper. Um, Next, and the last player in this list is Nicholas Sul. He plays in Germany as well. Um, I forgot the team. I believe it's maybe Hoffenheim. I don't know. I always forget. But yeah, he's great defender as well. Uh, he's good. He's one of those defenders that is good on the ball as well. Um, I think he could play like as a holding midfielder as well, and maybe even out on the right, like a right back, I believe, or left back, one or the other. So he's I don't want I wouldn't really play too much with his position. I'd probably just keep him as a center back myself, but he yeah, he could play like as a holding midfielder type. Um, he's been another one who's been touted to be, great, but I don't really watch the Bundesliga so much. I just know I've seen a couple of highlights.